Hello and welcome to another episode. I apologize that it's been a little longer than I usually upload. Obviously I intended to upload a video about a week ago, but I kept not having time to work on the game over the past few weeks. These past 3 weeks have been incredibly busy. First of all, went on vacation with my family for a week, and then I came back and purchased a house, actually. And then I've just been visiting people over the past couple weeks, and then having people over for the holiday weekend, and really just haven't had the time I expected to work on the game. And the time that I did have, I was just exhausted and was not in the mindset for video game development. As you can see on the screen right now, I have been able to work on it, and like I said in my last video, I was working on PixelGen, working on the blueprints, as you can see here, and that's really all I was able to get done. I worked on the blueprints and then made it so that PixelGen, as you can see in the second half of this video, PixelGen can now process multiple images at a time and spit out multiple images to the output folder. So PixelGen's sort of in a position where it's functional now, which is great. So that's something to say for the past 3 weeks. I did actually sort of complete the pre-alpha version of PixelGen to the point where it actually functions. And I can finally say at this point that PixelGen as a concept works. Up to this point, it's really just been theoretical. Is it going to work? Is it going to work large scale? Now I can kind of say it does, which is awesome. And as you can see, I just basically spent this entire time, the free time that I did have, working on these blueprints. So this is just a short upload. I realized that I needed to get something out, so basically this is going to be a short one. But I do want to talk a little bit about the year coming forward. I don't have a whole lot of more things I need to add to the game, like entirely new concepts. I'm looking at the list of stuff now, and I've got items that I need to work on. You remember I did inventory system, but I didn't actually start on items. And I need to do AI, so the other characters, how they move around, and I really need to flesh out exactly what I mean by AI, if I mean schedules and stuff like that. And then other than that, I really just have a massive amount of art I need to complete, and then fleshing out the systems I have now, such as the NPC communication, the inventory, things like that. And so I actually feel pretty good, despite this year being incredibly busy, that I will actually be able to get all the stuff done that I mentioned in Devlog episode 11, which is where I listed all the things that I wanted to get done before the end of the year. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, now that I've purchased the house, I'm going to be moving in very soon, and my life will hopefully start to settle down a little bit where I can get a lot of work done before the holiday season really grabs everyone's attention once again. That's the plan, but we'll see. Let's hop over now into Unity so you can actually see how these blueprints were implemented and added to PixelGen. Alright, so here we are in Unity in PixelGen, and if I open up the input folder, you'll see all of the different blueprints that I made this sprint. Can't get that out of the way right now. But you can see the rotational images, so the 360 T-poses, and then the walking animation. The 8 different directions for the walking animation with all 10 of the frames. And you can see that these are individual and split out by body parts. So here's the body, here's the legs, here's the arm, here's the head. So that's what I've been working on this sprint. And so what I did at the ending of the sprint is I made it so that PixelGen can handle all of them. So we have these 3 buttons down here, and it can handle all of these different T-poses. We'll process all the different T-poses and transfer them into the animations. As you can imagine, because it was working with 1 T-pose, spitting out 1 animation, making it handle 8 T-poses with 8 animations was not particularly complicated. It was basically put all of the code in a loop and process 1 at a time. But I'll show you how that works now. So before I do that, I want you to see what I've got right here. I can't really make them bigger, so I'll just zoom in right here. But these are images. Actually, what am I talking about? I can just pull this up. These are examples of just a character I threw together. And this would be what I would actually be doing per character. So I've made 8 images, rotational images of the character. As you can see here, we've got 1, we've got 2, and I've split them out by body part. This is a little bit more tedious, if you're just making the character, you don't have to worry about the different body parts. You can just paint it all on one layer and import it right into Unity. So this is one extra step that the developer of the art, for instance me or anyone else using PixelGen, this is another step they're going to have to do, but it's a fairly simple step, just breaking out the art by body part. And so I did that for the rotations, and I have them right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that out of the way, hit play to start a PixelGen in development, and then I'm going to select this set output folder. And I'm just going to have it in the same location as what I've been working in, so it'll just go into this test char folder. I'll select that as the folder, and then select the T-poses. So these are the images that we just made, and you can see it's pulled open the folder we were looking at, and I'm just going to select all of these and click open. And then all I have to do is hit generate. It'll run for half a second, and when you see the character appear right there, it means it's completed. Obviously, I said pre-alpha, there's not exactly a user experience going on here, and I'll just stop that right there. And now, if we come over here, we can see those images are appearing right here. And I can actually pull these up. I'm just gonna I'm gonna run that again to put them in this output folder so you can see what I'm doing. And you can see them right here, and I can click on them and you can see the characters right there. And if I go ahead and real quick change these images to be processed like pixel art over in the settings on the side and hit process, you'll be able to see that their colors are appearing correctly. And again, the whole point of PixelGen, these images I did not paint. These images are created by PixelGen. And at this point, it's not really saving me a lot of work. It's saving me a good many hours of work, I guess, maybe 2 or 3 hours of work just making all of these different images, this walking animation, or these 8 walking animations. But where the real time is saved is when I have running animations and fighting animations, sitting, swimming, riding horses, dying, just a million different animations. This starts to add up. It's not 80 frames that I'm having to do, but like 800 or 1,000 or 2,000 frames that I'm not having to do anymore. When you put it in that perspective, having to split out the character's 360 images by body part is not a lot of work at that point. So that's where I'm at right now. Obviously, I don't have any work on the actual game itself right now. This is just a test character. But in the next sprint, I'm hoping to be able to start either working on the items or the AI. I guess I'll make that decision tomorrow when I start the sprint off properly. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.